I'll add him as a moderator. I'll make him a mod. Oh, this briggity. The sun is shining. I'm going live in case you're wondering if I'm over here talking to myself. I just hit the live button to have a little conversation. So y'all, if y'all wondering, oh, I can't take that glare. That's creepy. Y'all see that glare? That glare says it's 115 degrees outside. That's the type of glares you get. Y'all, y'all can't see him, but I told Jeremy real quick. Hey, Ollie, I told Jeremy about the app Temu. Boy, when he really go on that website, he gonna have a field day. Cause I did. I had like $100 in the cart. It was ridiculous. So let's see. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm at my desk because our ring light broke. Hey. This is just an impromptu live. I know it's Sunday and folks probably got some things to do. But I was like, you know what? I said I was gonna go live, and so you may hear Jeremy in the background giving his 13 cent. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how the live progresses today. So let's get into it. So everybody that's coming in, catching the replay, hit the thumbs up button for the 1 and the 2. Welcome to everybody. I know there's some new subscribers and whatnot. Let's see here. Ollie, while I have you in here. Hey, DJ. Hey. Let me go ahead as... Okay, because I don't know which is which. So I just added... I know that's right. So I just added you guys as mods. Because I don't think we have mods on this. Yeah, the last time we went live, we didn't add mods. Y'all like my birthday? This is my birthday ham? My messy bun. So anywho, let's go ahead and get into it. So Jess Hillarious, they trying to cancel her. And I like Jess Hillarious. I follow Jess on Twitter. I follow her on TikTok. I follow her on, well, I used to follow her on Instagram, but I'm one of them people, I'm good for hitting the unfollow button on Instagram. But I actually like Jess. I wouldn't go like see her perform, because she's not like funny to me, but I do like her to an extent. Like I like her TikTok funny, if that makes sense. So she went and made a video in response to a trans woman. Trans women are men who want to be women, right? That's how little I know. So the video that she was reacting to was saying like y'all can't gatekeep having a period. And this is my thing. Like I understand where Jess' response came from, but at this point, y'all have to look at it. Like I don't see, maybe it's not in my algorithm, but I don't see white members, Hispanic members, or Asian members of the LGBTQ community going hard in the paint at each other. I don't see it. I don't see them having this monotonous ass conversation every 30 days. I don't see them. And like I said, my algorithm is different from most people. So if y'all see it on y'all TikTok, Instagram, Twitter algorithm, by all means let me know. But I don't see it. What I do see is black straight people arguing, having monotonous conversations with the black gay community. What I do see is gay men being wildly disrespectful to not only men but also to black women. I've posted the videos of gay men hitting women and all type or that hit a woman, all types of wild shit. So now we have the black straight community who always wants to have this debate with the black gay community over what's a woman, what's not a woman. Like at some point the conversation has to stop. And I understand that as a woman, it for some of us it may feel triggering. But we shouldn't feel triggered. I mean, let's just be honest because at the end of the day, as a woman, you were born a woman. You bleed every month, you get cramps, you have ovaries, you I'm not going to do is argue with a man who wants to be a woman about his insides. That's just what I'm not going to do. Nor am I going to feel triggered by that because I think that is the most it's ridiculous. It's like let's keep throwing some shit and on top of that, the LGBTQ community that a lot of them are saying, "Yo, stop." Like, not only are we saying it, they're saying it too. Like, kids shouldn't be exposed to certain shit. We don't. They saying we don't agree to a lot of this shit. They coming out saying, "Yo, I am a man. I'll never be a woman." Like, so it's not like. And unfortunately, somebody on Twitter made a good point, which was you have a select few of individuals. Hey, the gifted. You have a select few individuals who will basically make everybody look bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not the whole community. It's not. It's not the community in its entirety that's going out during Pride with their dicks loose. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't the small group of wild and flagrant individuals in that community does not represent the community as a whole. It just like that man who hit that woman at Monica's concert, he doesn't represent all black men as a whole. You understand what I'm saying? But why are we having a conversation and letting a man at the end of the day, because let's be honest, and I know, people like me don't unsubscribing because I don't agree. But why are we letting why are we letting essentially men tell me why I can't feel the way that I feel as a woman? Essentially, like, let's just be honest. And that whole non-binary women and DJ Crazy, that whole non-binary people can have babies and trans men can have babies. You know why non-binary people can have babies? Because they're women. That's why. You want to know why trans men, you want to know why women who decide that they want to be a man are still able to have babies? Because they're women. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it just doesn't make sense. It's just so, it's a level of ridiculousness that as black people, we have to start picking and choosing our fights and our battles, y'all. Like, and T.S. Madison, she stepped into the conversation. Hey, y'all coming in. She stepped into the conversation and she was, and she, what I will say is T.S. has, even with the girl that was on TLC on TV, she called out the parents of that child saying, yo, like, you messing your child up by, giving them these hormone blockers at this young age. Like, you doing some damage to your child. T.S. Madison doesn't stand firm on one side, in my opinion. T.S. Madison doesn't stand firm on one side rather than the other side. And I know y'all be like, Nisha, you ain't watched from the little bit that I see from T.S. Madison, is logic. But what I will say is, which didn't make sense, is as women, we're not mad. It was a conversation that women are mad because they're being mistaken for to be trans. First of all, I've never been mistaken to be a trans ever. I know like people will call Jess Hilarious like a man and shoot shots at her and all that type of stuff, but that's just you know oh, because I don't have it turned on. I'm sorry. Can send Jeremy. What's your cash app? The You can send Jeremy a cash app, the action figure. If you guys can drop his cash app in the chat, is $ the action figure. TheActionFigure. But I haven't turned on the super chats yet. But I will eventually once I get some time. But nobody is jealous of the trans community. Nobody is, at least not us. We're not upset with the trans community. We don't care. We don't care at the end of the day. But to say that women can't women can't when we don't gatekeep certain things, yes we do. Like, how many more times as black women are we going, oh y'all, oh, it's just not given today. As black women, are we going to keep having these arguments amongst each other? Because first of all, a straight woman to straight woman, or a bio woman to bio woman, should not be arguing over a fucking period. First of all, so for y'all to keep jumping out here pandering to the community that does not need your pandering, it's ridiculous. I'm never going to sit here and say, "Oh, they're right. They can do this and that." Yes. If your insides say that you can have a baby, you're a woman. The bigger conversation needs to be, why is there so many men who want to be women? That's the bigger conversation. Why are there so many men who are arguing about their femininity? That's the bigger question. Why are there so many black men who want to be women? That's the bigger conversation. Not whether or not you can bleed once a month. Who gives a fuck? We don't sit and carry that mother. We don't sit and carry our periods on our back like a fucking brand of honor. If you want it, if you want to experience that, find a way. Y'all can become experiments with science and find a way. It ain't like we saying, oh, yes, like, but it's a part of us. It's a part of our development. It's a part of who we are and that whole cis man and that cis shit is stupid. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. And yes, if I really was that perplexed about it, I would be offended. But I'm not offended by somebody. You're gonna get corrected. But because I correct you and tell you I'm not a cis woman, I'm a woman, that doesn't make me phobic. Okay? That's not what that is. But Jess Hilarious basically said, and I'm gonna post it, so in case you guys didn't get a chance to see it, I'm gonna post what she said after this live. Or maybe while Jeremy is on his computer, I'll have him jump in real quick and post it. She said it's a level of, yeah, it's an agenda. It's being pushed heavy, and for me, it's been pushed since what was that movie with the lions with Terrence Howard? The show. What was the name of that show? With Taraji and Terrence and Jesse. Why I can't never think of the name of that show? Dang, I can't never remember the name of the show. Empire. For me, it was a whole lot of with Empire. Me personally. Not in the chat. Posting the clip of Jess Hilarious.
Where am I posting it?
On Sugar Honey.
Oh, you want me to post that whole clip?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just been for a while. I just don't understand I don't understand. And then, Armand, and I love Armand. I watch Armand a lot. he's like, Jess Hilarious and T.S. Madison need to sit down and have a conversation about what? What does that conversation look like? And what is the outcome of that conversation? Like, honestly, what is the outcome of that conversation? If Jeremy says tomorrow, we're not going to use him because the internet likes to go nuts. If Jeremy has a friend who says tomorrow, a homeboy, oh, I identify, my ID is woman, right? And now he is, dressing like a woman, wearing makeup, full throttle, whole thing. Leave it there. Like, why now you feel like you have to come into a conversation battling a woman's biology? If you want to identify as a woman and you want to aesthetically look like a woman and dress like a woman, do your big one. But in the midst of that, do you not know the functionality of that thing in between your legs? Like, do you not know the functionality of your insides? And it's just it's trying to create this blurred line. Like, it's trying to blur the lines so heavy, and all I see is black people having these conversations, and more so black women co-signing the nonsense. Cause it's just nonsense, you guys. Like, basically y'all saying, for the religious people and stuff like that, y'all saying God, just made mistakes with everybody, and just switched up, and y'all saying that, and you know what, if she gets blackballed from the Breakfast Club, damn them too, cause they not even, nah, they so lackluster anyway. So, but she said what she said. She was, and in all fairness, she didn't say anything that a lot of people didn't agree with. A lot of people agreed with her, as far as, you know, delusions and things like that. Like I said, if you are a man, and the thing is, what's so funny is that you don't see, because there are women, there are women who I was gonna say transform, Jesus. There are women who identify as men. There are women who have, wanted to become a man. They would remove the breasts and get the surgeries and things like that. And they're not even in this conversation. Have y'all ever wondered why the women who identify as men are never in the conversation? They're just never in the conversation because they know. One, because they're women and they understand and they get it. But they're never in the conversation. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to argue with a man over what's a woman and what's not. It's ridiculous because you decide that you want to go buy Fenty and you want to put on heels. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more to being a woman than what she looks like. It's more, much more to being a woman. Just like it's much more to being a man than just going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more to us than that. And it's almost insulting because you are minimizing that, you couldn't endure. Some of us got big hitties. They make your back hurt. We get periods. Some of us going through menopause, maybe entering menopause. You know what I'm saying? Some of us have difficulties giving birth. Some of us can't give birth. As a man, you don't understand that. You just want to be seen as a woman and you want to move around the world with the look of a woman. Period. You don't want to go to a doctor and have to endure being told that you have breast cancer. You don't want to have to endure going to a doctor and being told that you have ovarian cancer. You don't want to have to go to a doctor and being told, yo, your clock is ticking. You know what I'm saying? You getting to be that age. Hit the thumbs up for the button for the 1 and the 2. You don't want to have to be told that. Y'all wouldn't be able to deal with that.
Shout out to Donnell. He sent you 25.
Hey, Brody, we got him. Thank you for the cash out, Brody. But yeah, y'all don't want to endure that. Y'all don't want to endure. You know what I'm saying? Like you getting the surgeries, you building a body, you building titties, you building a booty, and I ain't gonna hold you up. Some of these men is look, boy, you would never know. Okay, they look good. They look good. But you wouldn't know what a woman goes through. It's more, much more. Breastfeeding. You wouldn't be able to endure that. I was binge watching Joe Budden where they were simulating cramps. And it got up to what, level 10? And some of them couldn't get past level 6. Hello? It's more to it. It's more than the wigs and the lipstick and the eyeliner and the blush and the nails and the, you know what I'm saying, and the popping of the lips and the, it's more than that. It's more than the stilettos. It's more than the BBL. Like, it's more than that. Like, we are, like NDRE said, I am not my hair. Like, so for men to step into a conversation with women, and because that's what it boils down to, men stepping into a conversation telling women that they can't gatekeep, and for men stepping into a conversation saying I should be allowed because this is what I identify as. Do you see any women who identify as a man wanting to go into the men's bathroom? I'll wait. I ain't heard the stories. Do you see any women who identify as a man saying that they want to go and live in the boys' dormitory? I'll wait. Have you seen any women who identify as men saying that they want to compete next to the LeBron? I'll wait. See, because what happened was you have lived your life, not all, but some. Some of them have lived their life for the better part being nothing as men, ain't accomplished nothing, can't do nothing, lackluster ass athletes, seeing all they other teams of men, and you want to try and get a leg up on society because you wasn't shit over there, so you want to be shit over here. Meanwhile, the women who have worked hard as fuck to compete against each other, now we got your good strong arm 210-pound ass sitting over here in swimming, playing basketball, bicycling against Rachel, who is fucking 5'5", 125. How does that make sense? Because you know if you was over there bicycling with Ron with his good 250, 6'2" ass, you wouldn't level up. It's weird because some of you motherfuckers ain't never got pussy, can't get a woman, don't know how to talk to a woman. Now you want to identify as a woman to get women? Come on. Why are we entertaining these conversations? And then on top of that, the LGBTQ community is also saying, yo, what?
They really are.
The community is saying, shut the fuck up. The community is saying like 99% of us, because it's only the 1%, the community is saying 99% of us have really been in the fucking trenches in our community. They're saying, yo, some of us have really endured some shit. The teenagers that's homeless because their parents was like, nah, we ain't with that. It's some people that really the community. It's a lot of that 1% that's in the community that's doing it for clicks and views, because that's what y'all doing it for. You doing it for clicks and views. You doing it for clout. You doing it to go viral. Meanwhile, the other 99% is living a best life. The rest of the community is living their best life. They are very perplexed as to why these conversations is happening. I've seen panels where members of the community is looking at them other ones like, nah, we can go ahead and trade them. Let's go ahead and trade them. Let's send them back to the straight community because we don't want them. Like, we don't want, they sitting there debating. I've seen members of the gay community debating with other members of the gay community saying, yo, you sound crazy. You sound crazy. What are we talking about? You thought about getting one? I should get one and have Jeremy put it on. So he can know, because but look, my cramps ain't shit compared to my muscle spasms, but yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand. I don't understand it, and I know, they people are gonna be calling for Jess Hilarious to be, and she's not the only celebrity. It's a lot of celebrities that's saying it, and they're like, oh, it's the phobia for me. Well, one, she's not scared. she's not scared. Like, she you kind of stating the fucking obvious. Like, what? If I wanted to be a man tomorrow and I say, oh, trans men can have babies. Yes, you can, sis. You want to know why? Because at your core, at your bottom line, you're a woman. You're a woman. When you go to that doctor, in order for that doctor to know how to treat you, you have to let him know that of course you have to let him know, like, yo, this is what I identify as, and if you have the surgeries, you need to let and that's stating obvious, but you need to let your doctor know so your doctor can know how to treat you with certain things you coming in there with. Last time I checked, some people are you stressing people out. Y'all, you're stressing people out, and for no reason. Like, there's no reason to be stressing people out like this. Like, honestly, like, black women, please stop having these conversations with black men. What's the homie name? RuPaul. Do y'all see RuPaul over here? RuPaul ain't entertaining this shit. And RuPaul been RuPauling for years, honey. Okay? Do you see RuPaul out here like, I'm a whole woman, and I'm not gonna let you keep having a period. Even T.S. Madison was like, yo, like, you kind of lost me with the period thing. Like, I'm not a woman. We're not women. We can't have a period. That's what I'm saying. It's members of the community that's just like, this shit just, y'all really trying to make this shit make sense, huh? And then you have our people, like I said, it's the black community. You have our people just rah-rahing that shit. Newsflash, black women. At the end of the day, those of y'all that's like pandering and co-signing heavy, that's who you competing with. Because I'm not competing with nobody. That's who you competing with. Just saying. Like, they not gonna be today. At the end of the day, if it's you or them, it's gonna be you every time, black woman. Okay? Understand it, acknowledge it, and be aware of it. If it's gonna be you or them, it's gonna be you every single time. And the only thing that y'all take advantage, one of the only things that y'all take advantage of so heavy is when gay men get into this conversation and say black men ain't shit. Well, at your core, you're still a black man. You just like other men. So does that mean that you ain't shit either? Because for gay men to sit and dog black men, you are a black man too. Like, it doesn't, you see what I'm saying? You see how all this shit is weird? It's weird at the end of the day. This shit is weird. It makes zero sense. Zero. Women, black women, please stop engaging in these conversations. Please stop. Because we get real turned up, and when you go down that rabbit hole, it's impossible to come back out of it sometimes. Do not fall for the okie doke. Do not. Because let me tell you something, when you turn off the internet, when you turn off that white noise, that shit ain't, them conversations not happening in real life. Those conversations are happening only on the internet. And that's just my personal opinion. But then, meanwhile, Tasha K came out. Uh, she, apologized to Jess Hilarious because I guess they was beefing at one point. And the only thing I didn't really agree with was Tasha was like, we're the real trans women. And I was like, wait, hold on, let me see where she going with this because I'm confused. And she was saying because we embody femininity and masculinity. And I was just like, I ain't know how to feel about that. I get where she was going with that, but I, I mean, it was crazy. They dog us because we don't want them. They gets no treatment from me. I know that's right. But let me see. So basically, the gift I'm gonna add you as well. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. I don't even understand why Tasha would even want to like. And then she tagged Sydney Star, which Sydney Star is also one of those one of those individuals who say, I know what this is. I'm not delusional about what this is. So I don't know why she like low key is like imparting herself on like a beef low key with those two, but it's pointless to have the back and forth. That's all I'm saying. It's just pointless. You putting on a wig and getting a BBL, or you girl, child, you doing all of that don't mean that you what your inside says. See, the problem is a lot of people who stand by and live by science that says science says and science says and science did, and this is what science will be the same people who say, but science say that your biology means nothing. No, my biology means everything. I can't pee standing up unless I'm at an amusement park and don't want my booty to touch the toilet. I can't pee standing up. I don't carry. I can't get pregnant on my own. I need a man with man biology to get me pregnant. Like if you was to go down to a sperm bank, you could donate your sperm because you're still a man. Now, what you identify as is what you identify as. I'm just speaking to your insides. Like, people want to ignore what their insides say. Identify however the fuck you want to identify as. Like, I'm identifying as a millionaire. You feel me? Identify how you want to identify. That's not my issue. I don't care. Because I still got to pay my rent. I still got to pay my light bill. I still got to buy groceries. I still got to buy pads. I still got to do all of that. And to all these companies that are putting men as faces of feminine products, you're assholes is what you are. You're a complete and total asshole. And that's for the pad company. Well, I don't even.
You know why they're doing that though, right?
Pandering.
No, it's a reason.
Agendas.
There's literally a score that they have from Larry Fink, the president of fucking BlackRock that owns all these companies. And if they don't meet these points based on what BlackRock is telling them to put in their stuff, then they don't get certain compensations. Otherwise, certain investments and certain incentives for the CEOs and the higher ups go other places. So a lot of these CEOs of these companies don't mind tanking their companies by going along with this craziness and pushing that shit out there, like Bud Light with the whole Dylan Mulvaney thing, and putting that guy on the Bud Light, knowing that people that drink Bud Light ain't for that shit. They did it because BlackRock ordered them to. It's a name for the points. It's not called inclusionary. It's a acronym for it, and it's an open thing. And if they don't meet that quota, those CEOs don't get those bonuses.
Oh well, you're an asshole. You are a complete and total asshole. I do not need to see. And then y'all got the folks over here in the tennis skirt, that's not going to make me want to go out and buy a tennis skirt because your strong body ass got on this tennis skirt and this sports bra. Nike, you're ridiculous, you're an asshole. Budweiser, you're ridiculous and you're an asshole. Target, I'm glad you got it together, but you was being ridiculous and assholish. I'm just saying. Like the pad company that I cannot think of to save my life. It's only about one of them. Maybe because you're ridiculous and you're an asshole. Why would you put a man as the face of a pad and a tampon? What the fuck are you doing? And y'all do the shit, and you well aware, as y'all probably heard Jeremy in the background say, these companies are very well aware of what they doing. It's only up until they get backlash, and even after the backlash, they don't give a fuck. They just calm it down. They just stop the commercials and the campaigns, but that don't mean that shit ain't still rocking out. That don't mean that folks are still ain't getting these endorsements. The fuck? There's other things, especially to my melanated people, okay? Like I said, identify how the fuck you want to. Live how you want to. Be who you want to be. Be all that you can be. It doesn't change my day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not going to qualify because, I don't care how a person wants to live their life. I don't care. Like, it doesn't interfere with my day to day. It doesn't place. I don't feel harmed. I don't feel I don't feel any. It doesn't move the needle for me. So live how you want to live. Get your shit off. Period. Poo. Nobody cares. I don't, and I but there's other things to be worried about. There's conversations that we as a community, we just refuse to have. Like, there was somebody who told me she was gonna have to unsubscribe to me because I basically was saying that I was co-signing that men don't have to be responsible for their kids, and that's never not what I'm saying. Never. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. Y'all know my stance on child support. It's two sides of that coin, and never not what I'm saying. Never. But guess what? There's certain things that I'm not going to do. I'm not going to argue with single people, right? With no life experience. I'm not going to argue with single people with no relationship experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to argue with people, period. But I enjoy a dialogue with my people. But if you have no relationship experience, if all you've been in it is been in the house all your life, you ain't been outside, there's nothing that I can say to you. I would rather engage in conversation with people who have been in relationships, good, bad, or indifferent, who have went to the mountaintop with their partner, who have endured hard shit with their baby daddy, hard shit with their baby mama. Because those is what conversations look like. I'm not going to have a one-sided conversation with a person who is telling me that you feel this way about child support. Everybody can agree to disagree. Do I think that, and this is we'll do a different live about it. Men should take care of their children. Period. You're a parent. Take care of your children. Just like as women, you're a parent. Take care of your children. It's really black and white at the end of the day. But if you're not able to, for whatever reason, much easier said than done. There's a level of communication. The problem is a lot of women are having, I'll say it, there's a few women who are just having kids just for the sake of having kids. There's women, the gotcha moment is there's a lot of women having kids with the intent that there is never going to be, they know that there's never going to be a man around. The daddy is never going to be around. There's really women out here saying, I'm going to have a child by my goddamn self. I don't want a man in the picture. I don't want the daddy in the picture. I don't want none of that. Contrary to popular belief. Just saying. I know that may have touched some spirits, but it just is what it is. Like, you know, and shit, you had kids, you got about four kids, you getting about $1,600 in food stamps and shit. You know? The fuck? Your rent is about $30. You know what I'm saying? Like, welcome to the good life. But what people have to understand is that there's going to come a point in time. We may never see it in our lifetime, but the next generation just might. There's going to come a point in time where all of that is going to be wiped. There's going to come a point in time where that deposit every first to the third or the fifth of the month is not going to be available. There's going to come a point in time because there's a state, and I made a video about it. Montana, for example, Montana has ruled that child support is unconstitutional. Got rid of it. Period. It's gonna come a point where you're not gonna be able to do that. So what that does is, because I always say history repeats itself, what that means is you go back to having you men and women, you go back to being a little bit more choosy and pickier, right? For lack of better words. And you see a lot of two-parent households coming back into the picture. Okay? You don't just have kids with Ricky because Ricky got good hair. You know what I'm saying? You really want Ricky gonna be in the house. Okay? Now, if Ricky is just causing chaos and havoc in the house, no, his ass should not be there, okay? I shouldn't have to say these things, but, you know, with some people, you just have to state some things. But it's going to come a period where where the GOVT is going to be like, yeah, we're going to get rid of all of that. We're going to get rid of all of that, period. Like, you're going to have to be forced to do something. You're going to have to be forced to get to work on some level, whether it's in a factory, whether it's, and that's why I say, if you haven't already, you know, a lot of us have jobs and things like that where we clock in and clock out or whatever the case may be. If you have some type of skill about you, like for example, for all the new people who don't know, because Oli is in here, Oli makes, and my cup is in my room. She makes some beautiful stuff. You know, she does cups and she did a whole baby shower and stuff. Like, there's talent, and that's why when I do go live, I like for people, and I said I was gonna create a whole nother channel so we can engage in these conversations, but I think we just gonna sit here and do it. But that's why every now and then I tell y'all, like, yo, like, I want to highlight a black business or business period. I want to highlight a business. If anybody that's watching, if whether it's a t-shirt business, your TikTok, your YouTube, shoot me an email. Shoot me an email. Comment on the community wall. Let me know what your business. And I'm not looking for a Cash App to be advertised, because you may offer a service that someone else needs, whether it's party planning, tax preparation, notary. You need some shirts done. You need some cakes baked. You just never know what the person in your city, because they're a small business, you never know what they can offer and what they can provide for you. So I said that to say I will be making a community wall post, and I thought he was getting up to give me the cup. I said that to say, if you have a business on any level, let me know on the community wall, and I would definitely make a quick little short, you know what I'm saying, a little 30-second short highlighting your business. I don't mind if you getting a YouTube channel and you just get started. We're small,
This the one, right?
Yeah. Only made this for me with my sorority on it. You may be a Delta, Iota, whatever, and like saying, hey, I like that cup. If Oli is willing to provide that type of service, there you go. Reach one, teach one. Why not help each other? Why not? But to keep having these dumbass conversations of these men, to keep having these irrelevant ass conversations makes zero sense. Now, is there some things that are entertaining? Absolutely. Absolutely. When I say irrelevant conversations, that, like I said, that's having conversations with men about them not being a woman because of their insides. That's a dumbass conversation. Having a conversation about or being mad at the AI girl. That's a dumbass debate to have. She's on TikTok. She's making money. It's a bunch of them motherfuckers on TikTok doing being AIs, and half that shit is dumb. I'm just saying they look crazy, but they're doing it. Like, but to have conversations and say, "Hey, yo, I got a business. I'm trying to start a business." Boom, we'll promote. We promote over here. To have a conversation mad because the man that you dated or dating don't want to spend $300 on you on a dinner, girl. That's because the light bill is $350. Fuck. Having a conversation because y'all don't want to date within y'all range, it's not worth the debate. You know who you are. Date within your league. Stop dating out of your league. It's a pointless conversation. I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. I'm just not going to have crazy, ridiculous conversations. I do think some of the shit, hey B-Dub, I do think some of it is pure comedy. I do. I think a lot of it is funny. Jeremy be in an uproar, y'all. But y'all already know. And I just be looking at him. But he be in a full uproar. But that, what Tasha K and what Jess Hillarious said, I don't think that they should be canceled because that's their opinion. Opinions are like assholes. We all have them. But they're not saying, y'all have to see, a lot of people listen to react instead of listening for understanding. So when you hear a statement like what Jess Hilarious, especially if you don't like her, you're never going to pay attention to the message if you don't like the messenger. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like, hey, B Grand, a lot of people don't like the messenger. A lot of people don't like Jess Hilarious. So when she says anything, people be ready to come for her throat. But she never once said that she doesn't think or believe that you should live out loud. She never once said that you shouldn't identify and be who you want to be. I never got that from her. She just said, yo, my insides say that I can gatekeep these cramps. God damn it. If I don't gatekeep nothing else, I'm gonna gatekeep these cramps. You understand me? I'm gonna gatekeep this once a month for 3 to 7 days. I'm gatekeeping all of that. But she never once told people that they can't live out loud and be who they want to be and live how they want to live, because you can be whoever you want to be and you can definitely live how you want to live. Absolutely. And then you got B Grant just put in the chat about what's her name, girl named Carly Russell. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, homegirl.
It's ridiculous. Like, you literally came up with this whole plan. And for what?
My thing is, there was a lot of people defending her. And when people was questioning the story, people was like, a lot of people came out for her. She was lying, bro. That shit sucks.
And people, let me just put this out there too. Because y'all was on folks next when Justice Smollett came out here saying that he was being chased through, slushy waters and rivers and stuff. When a person says, yo, something about that doesn't sound right, that doesn't mean that, oh my God, we are not protected. That's what I'm saying. Black women are not protected. That just means that, yo, your story sounds a little loose. Your story is not tightened up. And we got questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't mean, I thought about it. I was like, damn, I'm glad she back at the house. But, girl, you lied. You legit lied about being kidnapped by a man with orange hair with a bald spot. Like, where do he reside? Because that sounds like middle-aged Ronald McDonald. Like, so I just don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we just have we go down these rabbit holes with each other and we just don't come out of them. And I love my people. I do. I love y'all with every fiber in my being. You know, because to be melanated or to have a drip drop of melanation in your blood, you know, it's beautiful. But we have to acknowledge that that girl lied. That girl ain't been more seen no child on the highway than a man in the moon. And first of all, what type of vision you got? Cause I don't know about y'all, but sometimes you ain't gonna shit. You don't even see a deer darting out in front of you, let alone a toddler on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he talking about? But she was trying to get her boyfriend's attention or ex-boyfriend's attention, which was crazy. And now, you know, he's come out and saying like, yo, like, leave her alone, stop, you know, bullying and harassing her. He, his mental her mental health really ain't hidden like it should and stuff like that. And her job came out. She got fired the day before she went on her spree. The job came out. They said they losing business and shit. Folks mad at them. I'm like, how y'all mad at the spa company? Like, but you know, it's just ridiculous. And then you got this man, y'all, Monica. When I tell y'all, Monica did the damn thing, and she posted on the Shade Room apologizing. And y'all know, some of y'all know, because some of y'all see my little comments on the Shade Room. But I had to let Monica know, Monica, you didn't do anything wrong, sis. There's nothing that you need to apologize for. And it's on Sugar Honey Iced Tea. I posted the clip where Monica was on stage and was like, yo, get this whack ass dude out of my concert. Like, you don't put your hands on no woman. And she ended up jumping into the audience like to get his ass together. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was just the first half of it. But then the clip came out. It was just a random ass dude. The lady was like 50 something. And like, her back was kind of turned. And he was trying to get her with some haymakers. The fuck is wrong with you? See, and what should have happened is security should have returned that type of energy that he was giving that woman. That's what security should have did. I don't know if they did, if they didn't, but that's the reason why Monica stopped. She like completely stopped the show, and she was like, "Yo, you don't put your hands on no woman." You know how that's the level of ignorance. You understand what I'm saying? That whole putting your hand, doing that. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Like, I would love to just have an abundance of black men coming to alive and you know, judgment free. We're not gonna judge nobody, but to have a dialogue, mainly with Jeremy, and I'll be ear hustling, but to mainly just have a dialogue about what the fuck is wrong. Like, what would possess you, Monica over there? I'm so like, she over there getting her shit off, and you over here two-piecing women. Like, you at a whole R&B concert. What did that woman? And they said, you know, the concert was packed and stuff like that. It's like, why is that the first thing you go to? Is calling a woman a bitch, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, wanting to put your hands on a woman.
At a concert.
I haven't seen too many, and some of y'all be seeing, y'all because y'all don't give a fuck. But you know, maybe because, well, MGK did. He was fighting, but he was fighting his own, and it was another man. I don't see too many videos that come out of white men putting their hands on their women.
You can see Dana White.
Who is that?
The president of UFC. He helped smack his wife.
I don't see the regular Walmart employee putting his hand on a woman. Them niggas, them elitists are notorious for doing flagrant shit. I'm saying the regular schmegular person, the person that you see at 7-Eleven, the person that you see at the Cheesecake Factory. I don't see those videos, is what I'm saying. I don't see it. The only videos I see is of us. And if y'all see them, by all means, Instagram them to me, email them to me. I just don't, and that's not to say that, you know, men of other races ain't out here being just wild disrespectful. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's not broadcasted like it is with us. and that's for a reason. At some point, they just want because if you keep us at each other's throats, hey her, if you keep us at each other's throats, it's easier for them to divide it. If you keep us constantly pissed off, and you show us, oh, you should go from shit to sugar, we're gonna keep looking for sugar. And the more we keep looking for sugar, we're gonna constantly believe that the other is shit. Being black men and black women, we're gonna always, because we're gonna be trying to keep looking for that sugar. When the sugar is within us, we got our own sugar, we got our own sauce. Like, but it's easy to be like, oh, fuck him, fuck that black man. Oh, you a mammy, you a pick me, you a wench, you a bed wench, you a this and you a that, and you the, like, what? Like, sometimes I be on the internet and I be feeling like I'm in the 2023 roots. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm in the 2023 version of The Color Purple sometimes. Like, oh my goodness. Oh, listen, I'm married to an Italian. He would never, and he better not, because we'll fly out. Me and Jeremy would catch a flight. It's not a problem. But, yeah. Yeah, her, Carly, who faked her kidnapping, that was crazy. And it made people say, now it's going to make it hard. Like, we're already not believed as black women. It's going to make it hard for black women to be believed. No, it's not. Because guess what? There are still hundreds of black people who are, or people, period, who are missing. Hundreds. You know what I'm saying? Like, the trafficking shit is on a rise. I see TikTok videos of women that saying, like, yo, I felt like I was being followed all through Walmart. It was up until I, like, started raising my voice. That dude, like, just walked away from me type shit. That's why I tell women to protect yourself. Protect yourself. Whether you need to spray that nigga in the face with some Bath and Body Works, something. Just protect yourself. If not us, who? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's us versus everybody. At the end of the day, it's you versus, and I tell Jeremy this too, it's you versus everybody. Like, of course, I'm here and gonna hold it down because I'm dope. Hey, Brooks. But it's you versus everybody. When you go outside by yourself, it's you versus the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she was over there stealing from her job. She was just doing the most. And all because she wanted the attention from her man or her ex-man. And it's y'all hit the thumbs up button for the 1 and the 2. It's never that serious, but she did make us look crazy. She definitely made, as a community, at the next cookout, we're gonna have to have a talk with her and say, ma'am, next time you want to just make him feel like shit, you ain't got to do all of that. Just don't talk to him for the weekend. Like, you ain't got to just do this whole Lifetime movie. You ain't got to do that. And he ain't gonna even want to be with her. He don't even want to be with her. He just feel bad because everybody coming for her neck on the internet. He don't want to be with that girl. Supposedly she had stolen out the register. It's like, girl, and she an AKA on top of all of that. I was waiting on Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated to come out and message, and they never did, which is fine. But meanwhile, while I got y'all here, they want to charge her. I bet. I don't think it's gonna go too far though.
But yeah, it is because of her, because of the evidence they have against her.
DJ said this feels like a family reunion in the comments. Aw, see, I love y'all. Dude is almost at 60,000 followers now on Instagram. Lord, so he probably gonna be out here rapping or something. Jesus.